Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Hello Marvel Universe, this is the Marvel Zombies Philippines podcast and its maiden video debut. My name is Jiggy Cruz.
I'm Gerard Poa.
I'm Jeff Canoy.
And I'm Earl Maghirang.
And today we're going to talk about Captain America Civil War. We all saw it. Guys,
How many times have you seen it?
I've seen it thrice.
Thrice as well.
Jeff?
Twice.
Earl?
Twice.
Wait, we'll start with Jeff since both of us are in super soldier. We didn't talk about it.
We did not talk about
We
this.
did not talk about it.
He's my friend. So was I.
Jeff, where does it stand among the MCU movies or all the movies?
For me, I think it's an understatement to say that this is the best Marvel movie. In terms of the best Cap story, I'm still not quite there yet. I still think it's the Winter Soldier, which is the best Cap
Just for
overall Cap story. But in terms of a Marvel movie, in terms of character, tone, the flow of the story, this is the best Marvel movie for me. It's also the best Iron Man movie actually for me.
Earl, what about you?
I'd put it in my number. It's in my number 2 spot.
What's
And
number one?
You just started a war.
It's also Winter Soldier.
Still?
Still. And you can't beat Winter Soldier because it's the perfect way to. This is a perfect Cap movie. But for Civil War, I love the fight scenes. I love the intrigue and the politics there. I love how it's partly breaking up the Cap and Steve and Tony love affair, and then putting back the old school Bucky and Steve pairing, and Cap got kiss Sharon Carter.
I wanted to see more of Sharon. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I have a few
Guys, we have to
comments on
welcome
that.
back after 9 episodes.
It's not 9 episodes. Hello, guys.
Welcome back, Mr. Poa.
The legendary.
Do you remember me?
So, your thoughts, sir?
I love the movie. Is it the best Marvel movie for me?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. I mean,
It is.
Like with Earl, I'm still torn whether it's the Winter Soldier or
Or
this
X-Men The Last
one. No, it's not including X-Men The Last Stand.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
But it's a very tight race. Right now, Winter Soldier wins by a
Hairline, huh?
by a hairline. But this is an awesome movie.
Okay, so you guys are all Team Cap. I'm with Team Spidey, and all
are
of
you wearing a Cap shirt
No,
then?
because it's a Captain America episode. You see all the props I brought, so Iron
Give
Man.
him that Spidey thing.
Captain, you seem a little defensive. Well, it's been a long day.
I wanted to ask why is Winter Soldier still the number 1 movie? What were your qualms about it? Since
Why-
you're all saying that
Why is it the number 1?
Yeah.
It's edge of your seat kind of storytelling. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's just crazy. It's so unpredictably cool for me.
I still think this is the best Marvel movie, but Cap story, obviously it's Winter
Okay,
Soldier.
best Marvel movie.
Just cause this one is, I mean, it's about Cap of course, but it doesn't zero in on who he is as much as I would have wanted the movie to. Of course, they need more time to explore the other characters, which they do perfectly. But in terms of just it being a Cap story, I don't think it's as good as Winter Soldier.
Okay. Mr. Maghirang?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm deep in thought. So why this is one problem that I have about Civil War is why it's not on top for me is the problem with regards to how they dealt with Tony Stark's should I spoil it?
Final warning.
No, go.
No.
It's fair game already.
And I'm sure people who
people-
watch this,
the real
are probably
fans have
gonna-
seen it already.
Yeah, right.
So go.
Yeah.
The problem for me there is that Tony's beat and character story plot, it's kind of contrived in the sense that one moment he's really bad guy, and then the next thing you know he's he's just really torn and he's really angry. So parang there wasn't any in between ground. There wasn't really any growing point for that to happen. So it was just like bang, it's there. So parang they could have built it a lot more subtle.
I disagree with that.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
Okay, go.
No, I feel like this is the best Tony Stark that we've had. Robert Downey Jr., the star, did not show up. Robert Downey Jr., the thespian, showed up. In the way he portrayed Tony Stark, he still had the trademark one-liners, but it was so dark. I mean, he gave Tony Stark such a different color here. I particularly love that look that he gave after he saw the video of his mom and dad. And then he asked Steve, "Did you know?" And then Cap said, "Yeah." And then that look, I mean, that betrayal, that was the end of friendship overlook. I mean, that was
Cap
so
said,
intense.
This doesn't change anything, and then this won't change anything.
Yeah.
Stark goes, "I don't care. He killed my mom."
I'm sorry to compare it to Batman vs
Again?
Superman again, but we have to thematically, they're the same movie. Batman vs Superman isn't even in the same league, not even the same sport as Civil War. I mean,
Okay.
it was, here you're so invested in the characters just because we've seen them grow throughout 12, 13 movies. And I mean, that final act, seeing them punch each other, it hurts. I mean, every punch, every kick that happened, like I was like, oh,
Stop fighting!
I was like, what are you doing?
I could do this all day.
No, I was reading the reviews prior to the movie, the non-spoilery ones. But most of the reviewers got a lot of things right. The airport battle scene was probably the best scene or action sequence
Ever.
in any
Yes.
And the fun
Ever.
the cool thing is they were making fun of it prior to the release of Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of memes come out for
Yeah,
that.
They were only
putting
just
the
six,
the
yeah.
reality
6%.
perception. Yeah.
And
but they pulled it up.
I think the worst kept secret about the movie is that Scott Lang will become Giant Man in the airport.
Except for the Lego sets
Yeah.
that they released.
That's the worst kept secret, but even though you knew it was coming, when it actually
It was
happened, it's like,
wow.
yeah!
I'm shaking your hand too long. Wow, this is awesome. Captain America.
So
It was
Earl,
awesome.
Gerard, Rick, and myself were at the Disney
Yeah.
premiere since you were still in Pangasinan.
I was
at that
working,
time.
yeah.
And I think it's better that you see the movie with actual fans.
yeah.
I wanted to. I'm sure everybody, all of the zombies wanted to, but
Yeah.
because it's a press screening, so we were all prim and proper. We can't go where.
It was, yeah. It's a communal experience. It's Marvel
That's true.
movies.
Any other things that what's the? I'm gonna start with my favorite scene. You're gonna least expected, but my favorite scene is not a Spider-Man scene.
What?
What?
Yes.
On the roof!
Hey everyone.
I'm saying this because of the killing factor. It was when Sharon and Steve just finished kissing, and then Steve looks at his bros, and then they
that was
We're nodding in agreement.
That was I really like that.
Although I wish they would have set up again Sharon Carter more, that relationship.
That's my qualm.
Yeah.
This is the thing. The thing that makes me sad the most is that I don't think we're gonna see any Steve or Sharon love story after this. They're not gonna put it in Infinity War.
Nope.
maybe.
And I want
Maybe.
It's
I
two
don't know.
movies. It's two movies.
Let's see. Maybe fast forward to 2018 and Steve and Sharon are together already.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Sharon to go to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But she's CIA.
She can just leave CIA and then just
She's
rejoin
technically,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
she
Yeah.
technically
Now
left
she's,
CIA already.
Yeah,
she's gone AWOL.
she's on the run.
But Jeff, since you're also the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Fan within the group, is there any connection with
No.
Civil
No.
War?
No. Which was disappointing as well because, I mean, it would really, it's such a perfect pairing right now with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Inhumans, you have all these super-powered people coming and popping up everywhere. So it would have been a great thematic partner to Civil War, but there was nothing.
They could have seeded like the Sokovia
Yeah.
Accord, mention
Yeah,
it once in a
yeah.
while in an episode or two, but no, it's all about.
But Jeff, since you're also the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan within the group, is there any connection with Civil War?
Now she's, you know, she's gone AWOL.
Yeah.
She's gone AWOL.
Yeah. Like I was actually waiting for Secretary Ross to even name drop the ATCU, which is this new U.S. agency in Agents of Shield that's working alongside Shield. So, but no name drop.
Yeah, that could have worked as your pro-reg force.
Yeah. But there was a connection with Netflix, finally.
With what's the connection?
The woman, the black woman who was talking to Tony Stark
Mrs.
by the
Spencer.
elevator. Yeah, she'll be a huge part of Luke Cage.
Oh,
there you go.
So there, Netflix isn't the stepchild anymore.
King of the town. Yeah, I've been there.
What did you think of Daniel Bruhl's performance? Earl?
Top 3, this is the third top villain for me for the MCU.
Okay.
Number 1 pa rin is Loki, obviously. The fact that he's alive by the end of a Civil War means that Marvel has plans for him. And I've been hearing a lot of rumors coming in from from forums and from groups saying that when Zemo finally escapes the Accords, he's gonna start the Masters of Evil. So maybe Phase 4.
That's what I heard also, Masters of Evil.
And he's a pretty good villain in itself, in the sense that he has a one-track mind, and he knows what he wants, and he's actually willing to kill to get that. And that's the sort of villain that Marvel is very proud of. Like in the comic books, you've got Doctor Doom. Got a lot of really crazy cool killers in the comic books. So this is like the first time we're actually seeing that kind of quality in a Marvel movie.
And actually a villain that succeeded with his plan.
Yeah.
Of taking down...
As in 100% success.
And I like the fact that he has a legitimate reason why he hates the Avengers.
But it's his fault. He brought his family to...
No, but at the same
He's
time,
Sokovia. He lives there.
It's a very personal. Even the villain. I mean, the whole movie is a very personal movie.
Yeah.
And even the villain's whole plan was very personal. I mean, it's not world domination. It's just
break them up.
Yeah. I also like how they didn't reveal us. He didn't have many scenes actually in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It just makes him, so enigmatic now. But what is he doing? What's his plan? He's a better manipulator than Lex Luthor. Sorry, DC fans. I know.
We're missing one very important person to talk about. Let's talk about T'Challa. What did you think about
awesome.
Chadwick Boseman's performance as the King of Wakanda?
Very regal and menacing at the same time.
Yeah. I love how this was kind of like a backdoor pilot to his movie. His origin story was right there in the movie, especially since in the end when he saved Zemo, that was his hero moment. That he can't be consumed with vengeance.
He's not Batman.
Vengeance is consumed you.
Yeah.
That's his answer to Batman v Superman.
I did not bring that up this time.
We also
That's
have
why
DC
that
guys
time
watching.
was on me.
Are you excited for Black Panther? Because we're not gonna see him until
Next
3
year.
movies now.
I'm actually more excited to see Wakanda. The glimpse that we had in the end. I want to see how they
The
envision
big
that.
statue of the Black
Panther God.
Yeah.
So Jeff, can I say that this movie had the most fanboy kilig factors for you?
Kilig factors. Kinilig ako as much. Siguro same number with Age of Ultron.
But
What?
What
kind of kilig?
okay.
Where?
If we're talking about kilig, hello that triple B.
Okay. Okay, fine, yes,
You want me to name all
the combo, fine.
The
Okay.
Vision carrying that
Okay, the hammer.
Kilig lang kilig. I know, yeah.
Fine,
Kilig. That was the question.
That's fair. That's
Don't get to get violent here. Yeah.
okay, so bulk of our discussion will be about Spider-Man. Okay, let's talk about Tom Holland.
Hey everyone.
I teared up on the 3 times I saw Captain America: Civil War. Every time Spidey appears, there would be these moments that I would actually tear up, tears of joy.
Hey everyone.
That's actually Spider-Man in the movie. That's him.
I was beside Jiggy the first time we saw it, and then when the giant supers of Queens came up, he was like, "Ooh."
Hey everyone.
There's nothing yet, dude, for that.
This is it.
I'm like, watch the movie.
And it was the time when I wonder when Spidey's coming up, and then who's your recruit? Guys, downstairs. Why? What about you? This is it. This is it. I can feel it.
Guys, Aunt May.
No, she's too hot.
She's very
Aunt May.
Aunt May can't be too hot.
My image of Aunt May will always be this like really
Rosemary Harris is my Aunt May.
For me, my Aunt May is like from the animated series.
Yeah, the animated series.
We're talking about Hot May here.
What?
Hot May.
Aunt May, I like
I'm seeing
that.
all these memes. Since it's May 1, it's gonna be May, and
So
then
it's hot.
instead of Justin Timberlake, it's
What?
Because hey, Marissa Tomei is what, 50 probably?
Yeah.
So she is a hot aunt. So it turns the concept around that Aunt May needs to be like this old, fragile lady.
But Peter, I've invited Anna Watson's niece Mary Jane.
Oh right.
The post credit was also very cute. And like, who beat you up? His name's Steve from Brooklyn.
and a really big guy.
Neutrons, alpha rays, gamma rays.
I guess I simply glow on the subject of radiation.
Good job, Marvel. You know, I mean, people were saying that it's too soon to introduce a new Spider-Man. We want Andrew Garfield to continue his thing.
Who's Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
Pointed back. Who's that?
So at that point,
Who's Andrew Garfield?
all the doubts went away. I mean, everyone's excited for this new Spider-Man movie.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be July 2017.
More reason to be alive by then.
We have to be alive.
Yes.
Hey everyone.
Now I guess we have to wrap it up soon because Rick also needs to talk about Captain America: Civil War.
We're gonna have a part 2.
Part 2,
Yeah.
yes.
Definitely.
Please, this is our bear with us. This is our first video episode of the Marvel Zombies video podcast.
Yeah.
Video now. We're upgraded now.
Level up.
It
Parang
means-
Civil War.
Yeah, it's
This is our phase 2.
This is our part
Well, how many times are you gonna see it, Samar?
Probably 10 more times for me.
Wow.
No, there's so many things to unpack in the movie.
Yeah.
I can't even. The thing about this movie that I also like is that every time I think it's gonna zig, it zags. For example, I was expecting the other Winter Soldiers to be the final battle.
Yeah.
And then when Zemo like shot all of them, I was like, what are they gonna fight now? And then I mean,
No, I was thinking, okay, Stark knows that Steve's innocent. Why did I saw these fights? Like, were those fights just fake?
Yeah.
In the trailer that they're not gonna show it. But
That answers your question.
and then
Yeah.
it answers the question that December 16, 1991 was the day the parents of Tony died.
did that twist work for you guys? Because I know people who aren't as geeky and nerdy about the Marvel Cinematic Universe who were really surprised by that plot twist that the victims of that thing were actually Tony's parents.
Kind of makes sense. That way it makes, their conflict genuine and
Yeah.
really organic.
From the Winter Soldier, I just knew that Hydra was the one that killed Howard Stark in
Well,
the
technically, the Winter Soldier was,
but
Hydra.
it just made it more
And
emotional.
the way he killed him,
Yeah,
was
it was
so brutal.
brutal.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the other Winter Soldiers, before they got killed, I thought, okay, maybe these guys will be the new masters of evil because they all
The
had
Serpent Society or
powers.
something.
Serpent Society.
Yeah, malay mo.
Sayang, no? If they actually did that, then
Yeah.
right there, then and there, you've got, a cool villain team to
Yeah.
go up against the Avengers.
So
But
does Mr. Evans still have like remaining movies?
how many movies has he appeared in?
I think it's just
5?
one more for...
No, two more.
Two more for...
For both
Infinity
Avengers.
War.
Part 1 and Part 2, Infinity War.
But Bucky has a couple more.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
He had
Coming
nine.
from the
And
last
he's
9.
had what, 3?
3.
So probably Infinity War he'll be there.
So they're gonna reset after Infinity War, I think.
Are we gonna see a Bucky Cap?
Or maybe it ends with Sharon and
Or
Cap
a
going
Sam
off to
Cap.
the to the
Or a
center.
Sam Cap?
Sam Cap. Okay, so I think we should see it with another before it, disappears from
The whole gang.
movie.
The whole gang again.
And we can still be rowdy in the movie.
Just us.
Just us. So for episode 1 of the video podcast and episode 19,
Phase
of
2.
the audience. So what's
The
this?
first one.
Part 1 of our Captain
Yeah.
America Civil War episode. My name is Jiggy Cruz.
Gerard Poa.
Jeff Canoy.
And Earl Maghirang.
For Rick Olivares, this has been the Marvel Zombies Philippines. So see you guys.
Bye. Bye.
It is led to a fight and a duel is due. Then the red and the white and the blue will come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.